Hey, and welcome back to Soul Whispers Tarot. I'm Karen. Today's reading is his love message for you. If you would like to receive more detailed information about what's coming up in your future, tap the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. So in today's reading, we have 3 sets of cards, and set of cards number 1 is the Christmas pudding, set of cards number 2 is the gingerbread man, and set of cards number 3 is the Christmas gift. So take some time to tune into the energies of the cards. Sit back, relax, get cozy and comfortable. Take a few deep breaths if you need to. You can pause the video right now, but I'll also leave a few quiet moments here as well. Okay, so let's look into the messages that we have for you. Welcome to set of cards number 1. You've chosen the Christmas pudding. So this is his love message for you. So we're going to be looking into the tarot. We've got tons of messages cards today, as well as pulling messages out of the bag and looking into the divination dice and the charms. So stay tuned because a lot of information is going to come through. So we have the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Empress, and Strength. So this person really wants you to know that you are their dream come true. They feel on cloud 9 when they're with you, when they think of you, when they speak to you. This is the make a wish card, basically. And they are just hoping and dreaming that you can be together, because we have the Lovers card here as well. So this person is represented by the Knight of Pentacles. So this is a more slow moving knight, but this person wants to do things the right way. They want to do things slowly but surely. They're slowly trying to build a foundation within your connection. They're planting the seeds in order to grow something amazing between you, but you may get frustrated at them at times, you know, if they're moving a little bit too slowly. There's a sense that this person is trying to do things the right way. They're trying to build themselves up in some kind of way to ensure a stable future, a stable foundation for your connection to be built upon. The Lovers card, they feel that this is a divine connection. They feel it's a spiritual one, and that soul family or the angels or the universe is just watching over both of you. And the love that you share. There may be a lot of serendipity, a lot of synchronicities and number patterns, and this person is very aware of that. They feel extremely attracted to you, with the Empress card as well as the Lovers. They see you as that beautiful divine feminine. They see you as very strong. You may have helped them to tame like negative thoughts or tame some kind of self-destructive tendency that this person has been suffering with. You've really helped them to gain their strength, and they want you to know that they are a lot stronger now, and that they're very grateful for all the help and all the nurturing kindness and compassion that you have offered them. They may be thinking of having a family with you, the Empress with the child here, the Lovers, planting the seeds, you know, sowing the seeds. So let's look at some clarifying cards. All of the message cards in today's reading are my own creation. So what is this Nine of Cups about, please? Yeah, the Six of Pentacles. I want to give you everything. Yep. That's why they're working so hard. They may, when you met each other, they may have felt as though they weren't quite in the right place to be able to be a good partner and be everything that they want to be for you. And so it may have been a slow process between you both, but the Six of Pentacles is a balance of give and take. For everything that you have given them, everything you've offered them and helped them with, they want to return the favor. They want to give that all back to you. And 6 is the number of love, so they want to give you everything in the form of a loving relationship. But yeah, they felt very weighed down by something, the 10 of Wands. So this is really what was slowing them down. It could have been thought patterns. It could have been things that they felt obligated to in their day-to-day life. But most likely it's some kind of self-esteem issue, or yeah, just having self-destructive tendencies in some kind of way. But this is coming to an end because it is a 10, and 10 is the ending of an old cycle to start a new one, a positive new one. So they may not have been able to see clearly in the past, because traditionally the 10 of Wands, the person can't see ahead of them because they are carrying those 10 wands in front of their face, really. Healing is here. Yeah, we have the Star card. So this person has gone through so much healing, so much awakening. Again, it's been a slow process, but it's slowly but surely it is creating a really powerful, strong foundation between you both. And it's most likely that you have learned so much on this journey as well. Yeah. We have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is kind of like the Empress energy. I love how you nurture me. This is the divine feminine. And so they're hoping that you're still going to be patient and optimistic, and they feel as though you are their best friend, as well as them wanting to be your partner. Yeah. You are my perfect person. The Two of Cups. So that's what they want. The Two of Cups is the happy, balanced relationship where you're both on the same page. They feel that you have this amazing connection that they've never felt or experienced with anyone else. They feel as though you click, mind, body, soul. You may even have a telepathic bond. Again, there's a sense of synchronicity that brought you both together. So what is this Knight of Pentacles about, please? We have the Lover's card has come out again. This is the love of a lifetime. So yeah, they feel you are the one for them. They feel that you are soulmates, maybe even twin flames if they know of that label. So they really want to invest. They want to really put their best foot forward. But yeah, they were struggling. There was too much to juggle, the Two of Pentacles. So there was something going on that they were distracted by, and they felt as though they couldn't really face their emotional issues in the past because they had a lot on their plate. This can also be that because of a major spiritual awakening that's been occurring since meeting you, they were kind of stuck in this middle ground between their old ego identity and the awakening of their true consciousness, their soul truth. And so they may have been pulled in two different directions for a while. As they awaken, it's kind of like everything from their past they were no longer resonating with. Their old identity was falling away because it was the ego identity. It wasn't their true infinite soul self. But for a while they may have had fears and tried to hold on to their old way of life because they felt as though everything was falling apart. But then at the same time they may have tried to have you in their life, and so it was like they wanted you but they also wanted their comfort zone. I will express my truth to you, the Ace of Swords. So yeah, this person is going to come forward. They're going to be their true self. They see who they truly are. They see their worth. They understand your connection a lot better now. And so this is a card of victory and communication. They're going to come forward. They're going to tell you how they really feel. But yeah, right now they may be in their man cave. Four of Swords. So there's some kind of heartbreak that they're healing from. It could be that you are in separation. Most likely this is more about the wounds within their inner child, the pain body that they are healing, the illusions, the stories that they've subconsciously attached to experiences that happened in their life. You know, we often create stories subconsciously where we blame ourselves or we don't feel good enough. So this person is healing that. They're starting to realize their worth. They're starting to realize their own mind and perception creates their reality. This is my truth. So wow, this person is definitely going to come forward and express themselves with this King of Swords, fighting for your connection. And they are a lot stronger now to do that with this Strength card here. So what is the Lovers about, please? It's clarified by the Wheel of Fortune, another 10, an ending of an old cycle and a beginning of a positive new one. How do we make positive change? So that is why they're in their man or woman cave right now, trying to figure things out, trying to work out how to move your connection forward in the most positive way possible. So what is this Empress about? Yeah, so they're really like proud of you. They see you as this really strong, beautiful, divine, feminine energy, and they want you to be so proud of them. The Three of Pentacles. So again, this is someone who is a very hard worker. They're working hard to be that best version for you. They're working hard to be stable, to be dependable. Some of you may be a single parent, and they want to be with you and be a good provider, not only for you, but for your child or your children. That may be relevant to some of you. And what is this Strength card about, please? Okay, so we have I'm always waiting for you, the Three of Wands, and I have to stand my ground, the Seven of Wands. Okay, so they may have had a lot of drama going on in their life and they've needed to stick up for themselves, or this could be they need to just be bold and have that confidence to really go for what they want and not crumble under pressure or crumble because they're lacking courage and feeling nervous and self-conscious. So they may have to overcome that negative thought patterns. I'm always waiting for you. That is interesting. This person may have had a tendency to be quite passive and kind of wait for you to make the first moves. But then I felt like it could only go so far because they needed to work on their self-esteem and they needed to at least meet you halfway, and they were struggling to do that. But they're shifting out of that. There's a lot of messages here about shifting out of that old cycle and then being brave and courageous to come forward and really speak their truth and be their truth with you. So let's look at some more messages cards. All of these cards are my own creation. We're going to start off with the Our Eternal Love cards, followed by the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards, and then the messages from the Divine Masculine deck. And then we'll pull some messages out of the bag and look into the divination dice and the charms. So what messages does this person have for you? They're longing for you very deeply. I can't bear this longing. So they're thinking about you all the time. They're feeling this strong magnetic pull. And this is really what is inspiring them and encouraging them to come forward. Especially if there's a separation right now. You may be hearing from them around the holiday period. I didn't realize what I had until it was too late. So this person has some regrets. They feel as though they missed out on an opportunity. Maybe you had to walk away because they had their walls and defenses up. They weren't feeling brave enough to communicate. They got stuck in some kind of comfort zone. Maybe you had a situationship where you weren't fully together. This person wasn't fully committing, but at the same time, they were still kind of talking to you, or they would be in and out of your life. And you needed this person to really be dependable and really be there for you. Yeah, so I'm feeling like many of you are in a separation because this person is a bit worried about what you think of them right now. They may be worried that you've given up on them, or that they've hurt you and you're not going to give them a second chance. We have you and I are like a ball of wool. You're one end of the string and I the other, but we're a tangled mess. So you could be twin flames. And this is my analogy for that. The divine masculine is one end of the piece of string and the divine feminine is the other end, but you're a tangled mess. There's a lot of karma, there's a lot of healing, there's a lot of awakening needed before you can come into much more harmony within yourselves and with each other. They're very much missing you. I miss what we had in the past. I often reminisce about those times. So I do feel like this person is thinking about you all the time, because we have I can't bear this longing, and they really, really miss you. They want to get back together. No one will ever love me like you do, and no one will ever love you like I do. So this person may have regrets. Maybe they feel as though they made the wrong decision. Maybe they decided to go in a different direction, or give up on your connection, or choose someone else. And then they're having regrets because they realize now that no one will ever love them like you do. And they know that they will never love anyone how they love you. They feel like you have this really amazing special bond. It may have taken them a long time to realize that. They may have taken you for granted, and they're just worried that they've really hurt you beyond repair. I've always loved you. It's just misaligned. So this basically means that their love for you has always been true, as in they always have loved you. Don't ever doubt that. It's just that energetically there needed to be more healing and awakening before you could align. So there was a misalignment energetically. I'm so afraid of rejection that I haven't taken a risk to be with you. So yeah, this person may have been hinting their feelings, or been hot and cold, or kept your relationship in a situationship where it wasn't fully a relationship. It wasn't a full 100% commitment. They were in and out of your life, or they were just communicating to you from afar, or keeping some kind of barrier or excuse as to why you couldn't fully be together. And you may have got sick and tired of those excuses. I can't put my life on hold like this anymore. You had to move on. But this can also be that now they're realizing that they were stagnating. They were realizing that they were pushing you away. So I feel that Two of Pentacles was different aspects of themselves. Like there was a part of themselves that was sure that they were working so hard for you to be together. They knew that they really wanted to be with you. They wanted to be close. They wanted that commitment. But then there was a subconscious part of themselves that was sabotaging that and making excuses. And it's like they couldn't even consciously realize that they were doing that. It was just their fear kind of taking a hold and being like, oh, I can't be with you because of this, that and the other. And yet at the same time they were working so hard for you to be together in the future, kind of thing. But it was all sort of remaining in the future. Yeah, we both have so much to learn and experience on our paths. We will always be connected though. So when you first met, it was a case of the right person, but at the wrong time. Again, there was things to learn, awakening to be achieved. I was holding on too tight and it was too painful. So this person may have let you go at some point because it just became so much. They felt like there was a lot of complications. They felt as though it was a life or death situation. They were basing their sense of self-worth on whether you loved and accepted them or whether you rejected them. They may have been weaving all these stories in their mind that you were going to reject them. And so it was like they were trying to get close to you, but then this fear in their subconscious was preventing them from doing that, because they were afraid that you wouldn't like them if you did get together and you'd end up leaving them. So let's see what messages they have from the I love you to the Moon and back cards. I'm sorry, but I'm simply not as perfect as you are hoping. So yeah, they may feel as though you had certain expectations of them. They may have felt like you projected idealizations onto them, or a fantasy relationship, or a fantasy persona that you hoped that they would be. Whether you did that or not, this person felt as though they couldn't live up to your expectations, or they couldn't be what you would need them to be at the time. Yeah, I keep my distance, so you stay holding on to me. So yeah, there was a subconscious part of them that was blocking your connection from developing further, because they did feel that if you got close, then you would end up rejecting them. I don't know why, but I feel so nervous when you just look at me. I want to hide myself away. So they feel incredibly self-conscious when they're around you. This may keep triggering a fight, flight, or freeze within them, and maybe they ran away, or they avoided you. They avoided face-to-face kind of contact, perhaps in some cases, because they felt incredibly nervous. Yeah, I was so scared you would reject the real me and leave me. So I put on a mask and felt I could never take it off again. So yeah, this person felt like they had to pretend to be more confident, or pretend to be what they thought you wanted or needed them to be, but they didn't really feel that confidence within themselves. So they had to keep their distance, because they felt like if they got close to you, you would see through their masks. Even though I feel like you could anyway. And they were worried that you would not be happy with the real them, or you'd be upset if they were sort of bending the truth in some ways. Oops. I can hear like the workman again. I thought I could run away from my healing work. Instead, I ran into so much drama that I'm forced to heal myself. So yeah, this person subconsciously ran away from you because they were afraid of this spiritual awakening, or they felt very intimidated by you and they couldn't face you. And so they ran away, and some of them may have ran to be with someone else. But whatever they ran away towards, it created even more drama, and it's because they were just avoiding that awakening, and the universe, you know, wasn't going to allow that to happen. And so a lot of drama, a lot of triggering happened because they ran away. It hurts. I love you so deeply, and yet things run much more smoothly with other people. So yeah, this person may have run away to be with someone else. They may have tried to pretend to themselves that maybe they could love someone else as much as they love you, but now they realize that they can't, because they feel like you are the one for them, and they're having regrets about how they acted. I showed you from the start that I couldn't be there for you. Please don't blame me now because you ignored that truth. So yeah, this person was emotionally unavailable when you first met. It may have really hurt you, because you may have felt like you could help them to have more confidence, or be ready, or help them to change. But this person needed the separation in order to heal themselves. So what messages does this person have for you from the messages from the Divine Masculine cards? We have my heart is opening. So yeah, if they had any doubts, if they struggled to open their heart to you, if they struggled to love themselves, that is healing. This is the healing that is taking place. The heart to me is the center of that intuition, the gateway to the divine and their soul truth. We have I'm sorry. So yeah, they have regrets. They're sorry because they had a decision to make. We have this or that. So yeah, some of them feel like they made the wrong decision. Some of them are sorry that it took them so long to realize what they had. when it was gone. Yeah. I've been a fool. They're feeling foolish. And it's because they see clearly now. I feel insecure. So yeah, it's always been about their insecurities within themselves, even though you may have felt extremely rejected and it felt extremely personal. It was that they've been about their insecurities. So let's pull some messages out of the bag. Yeah, taken for granted. They feel like they took you for granted and they feel foolish now because they may have lost you. Yeah, I want you back. They want that reconciliation. We belong together. So they're realizing that you are the one for them. They're problem solving. They're like, how can I mend this? How can I fix this? How can I get you to open your heart to me again? And I feel like you have a strong 5D astral connection. Maybe the comfort zone is that they were connecting to you through the 5D. But when it came to the 3D, which is where they felt like they would more likely be rejected, they shied away from making that commitment. So let's look at the divination dice. The fish. This reminds me of one of the charms I have. The fish in the fish bowl. So it's like this, the fish bowl was the comfort zone. This person has been going round and round in circles in that little fish bowl, but they've been looking outside of the bowl. They've been looking, daydreaming, fantasizing, wanting to come out of their comfort zone to have this amazing life with you, but they kept going round and round in circles. Fish in the Lenormand card is about finances, so they may have been trying to build up their finances as well in the meantime. So we have this potion here. They feel intoxicated by your connection. It reminds me of Shrek. If you've watched that or not, Shrek in one of the films basically goes to the fairy godmother and tries to get a potion, and he does get a potion where he, because he's an ogre, but he gets the potion to turn him into the appearance of a handsome like human in order to try and be good enough for the beautiful Princess Fiona. But basically it's like he needs to love himself and be his true self. We have the crown here. So this is the crown chakra, which is all about connecting with the divine, connecting with the true soul self. This person is going through a major awakening. Yeah, this person is going to message you. We have Hermes here, the messenger. So I feel like you're going to be hearing from them soon. They're problem solving. They're trying to figure out what they can say to you, how they can come forward and communicate again. And wow, we have the potion again. So yeah, this person, and look, it's like beneath that is almost like Shrek the ogre. So yeah, that is just reaffirming that this person has really struggled with their self-esteem. Like they may even have like body issues. They may feel as though they're not as attractive as you are, and they feel like you're out of their league. Let's see what charms want to come out. We have I believe. So this person is having more self-belief. This reminds me of the Polar Express as well, especially with like these Christmas lights here as well. So again, you may be hearing from this person around this holiday season. You may be, look, and this is reaffirmed again with the Christmas gift. You may be receiving a gift from this person. storms don't last forever, and there's a rainbow of healing. So whatever difficulties have been going on between you both, I feel it's going to be healed soon. We have the owl. This is wisdom. Again, this is awakening that this person has gone through, seeing things clearly. We have the windmill. This is the wheel of fortune, positive direction, movement forward. This is a pure divine love, the white and clear and pink heartbeat, very much watched over by the divine. And I feel like their heart is opening. They've unlocked their heart. They're going to have that expression of their heart. So if you really want to know in depth how this person truly feels about you and what's going on with them and within your connection, please check out my Dear Beloved message readings. They're $11.11, and that's US dollars. They're not personal readings, but basically I created a really powerful oracle deck where I channeled messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. So when you book a reading, I email you the very in-depth description of the card which comes out for you, which is about 1,000 words in length, and I have some really amazing reviews of those readings on my website. You can check them out by clicking on the link below this video. Again, they're called the Dear Beloved message readings. Thank you so much for joining me here. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and tap the bell icon and turn on all notifications. That way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. Take care. Bye. Welcome to set of cards number 2. You've chosen the gingerbread man. So this is your person's love message to you. We're going to be looking into the tarot. We've got tons of messages cards today, as well as pulling messages out of the bag and looking into the divination dice and the charms. So stay tuned because a lot of information is going to come through. Okay, so this person is feeling very heartbroken at this time. We have the Tower, the Devil, the Five of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Fool. They feel as though there's been a breakdown of your connection, maybe a breakup, a separation. The Tower and the Devil, so they were feeling chained to some kind of fear. Basically, it could mean in some cases that they were in a toxic karmic relationship with someone else. Doesn't necessarily have to mean that. It can mean anything that they felt bound to subconsciously, fears, illusions, a poor self-image, the ego identity in some kind of way, and they feel as though they missed an opportunity with you. They feel as though something has, or your connection has fallen apart, but they're still holding out hope because there's 2 cups that are still upright. They're hoping that you can rekindle the love, the connection that you have. The Tower is always a blessing in disguise. The Tower is about the walls that we have up around ourselves, or the illusions that we subconsciously have that try to protect us, but ultimately they limit us very much. They limit your connection. So some kind of comfort zone, some kind of mask or walls that this person, or maybe even both of you, were in, which was kind of creating an unhealthy dynamic. The Devil could be codependency, like you were trying to hold on to each other through those walls, through those masks. It could be that you both didn't feel good enough deep down, or had some self-esteem issues. It could be both of you, or it could be like one of you. And so there's this sense that you were, whoever it was wearing a mask and had thick walls up, and you're trying to stay in communication. You're trying to be together through the comfort zone of those masks. It's subconsciously trying to stay in control because of a fear of not being good enough as your true selves. And so this is where this codependency comes in, a bond because the devil is like the Lover's card in the traditional tarot. They look very similar, except the devil has the devil above the couple and they're kind of chained together, and the Lovers has the angel above them and they're free. They're together but they're free. So there's a sense that you were kind of together with this person in some kind of way, but neither of you were free from the fears, the wounds, the illusions, the self-esteem issues. And so there was a lot of trying to control things, trying to keep a comfort zone, and trying to have each other. But this comfort zone, these fears were a block from you developing the connection further, from you being truly vulnerable and having that true intimate bond. Because the walls or the masks create like a wedge between you both. And so the Tower is that blessing in disguise. It may feel as though your connection has fully broken apart. You may have experienced a lot of pain, a lot of triggering through whatever has happened, but it was most likely to force you both to face those fears of rejection that you were both trying to avoid for so long, avoid by having that comfort zone, which was keeping the wedge between you both. And so even though it may feel as though the connection is over, really what has broken down is the unhealthy dynamic. And there's going to be an opportunity in the future, or for some of you it will be soon, where you can have this time where you're going to reconnect, but this time around you will have both learnt from your mistakes and you will have faced the fear because you've been forced to go through that wound of abandonment and rejection, and then realizing it wasn't a personal rejection. It's both that you both had those wounds and walls that needed to crumble, needed to be broken down. The Tower falls down so you can rebuild your connection again out in the light, in the truth, without the fears, without the barriers, without those limitations. And I feel like you've both learned a lot from whatever's happened between you both, cutting the chains of fear, so that you can be together in freedom from the fear, self-esteem. Through this time of separation, you've both worked on healing yourselves and realizing it wasn't personal, and realizing it wasn't healthy to live with all that fear going on and feeling like it was a life or death situation, always feeling on the edge of your seat, because of basing a sense of self-worth on the other person's shoulders kind of thing. So the Five of Cups, this again is saying that there's 3 cups here that spilt over. This is a third party situation. It doesn't necessarily mean that there was someone else involved, although it can mean that. The third party for many of you, the third party in this scenario is the fears, is the belief of being rejected. Like this person felt like they were going to be rejected, so they may have kept you at a distance. Okay, so normally I would cut that out, the phone calls, but Spirit is saying to me that this is a sign that you will be hearing from your person soon. They may ring you or they may communicate with you somehow through your phone, because those phone calls were literally in the space of like 2 minutes. Okay, so yeah, there's been a breakdown of the unhealthy dynamic, but it's to make way for opportunity for you both to be together in a healthy way. So right now you're both feeling upset and you can't see that there's this amazing opportunity. And look how these ones are illuminated. This is really saying that the divine has a plan. This has happened for a reason. Your wish, your dreams are still going to come true. Look at all these dandelion seeds here. That's like when you say make a wish and you blow those seeds almost out to the heavens. So your wish, your dream is still going to come true, but it may feel as though the dream has been completely shattered. But really, it was just the breakdown of the unhealthy dynamic. again, this person is going to come forward. We had the Knight of Cups here. This is a messenger of love. The Knight of Cups is the most romantic of the knights. And look, there's a butterfly here. So there's amazing transformation within this person and within your connection. The rose represents the heart chakra. This person is going to open their heart to you and come forward. And look, they're climbing up the tree. So that's like ascension. They're ascending. They're rising up to take that leap of faith. We have the Fool here. This is very interesting. There's the panda and then there's the red panda. So to me, this is saying that you both may appear to be different in many ways, but at the same time, you're both been going through these same wounds. That's how I'm seeing that. So this person is going to take a leap of faith. They've left a lot of baggage behind from the past. They only have this little bag here of stuff that they've brought along for the journey. So a brand new beginning is going to happen. The Fool, I was going to say ground zero there, which is an interesting thing to come forward, but it's like you can rebuild and be stronger this time around. So let's pull some clarifying messages here. All of the message cards in today's reading are my own creation. Wow. We have the Ace of Cups. Let's start all over again. So yeah, they want, and this is why this has happened. So you can start all over again, but from a place of self-love, that heart awakening, the Ace of Cups. I'm working hard towards our future. So yeah, this person is putting in the work. They want to do things right. They're planting the right seeds so that your connection can grow in amazing and strong ways. This is an 8, the infinity symbol. So they feel as though you are the one for them. I feel so happy when I'm with you. The 3 of Cups. So you're going to have a celebration. This is a reunion card. You may be hearing from them over the holiday season. It's all falling apart. The 5 of Cups has come out again. So yeah, you're both going through this major fear and pain, feeling as though everything's been ruined. But again, it's what's falling apart was the unhealthy dynamic. We have, I'm so inspired by you. They see you as the Queen of Wands, very kind, very nurturing, very compassionate and patient towards them. And you've really inspired them to be in their strength, to be the best version of themselves. And that is what they're working towards right now. So let's pull some more messages cards. Again, they're all of my own creation. In today's reading, we're going to start off as usual with the Our Eternal Love cards, followed by the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards, and then the messages from the Divine Masculine deck. Then we'll pull some messages out of the bag and look into the divination dice and the charms. So what messages does this person have for you at this time? Okay, wow. So past life karma is causing a deep rejection fear I'm not even consciously aware of. So both of you have shared many past lives together, and you may have abandoned each other, rejected each other. All kinds of things may have happened in past lives, and it would have been what your souls agreed to happen in order to help awaken you both more and come back to your soul consciousness. And so this fear of rejection has kind of bled through into this lifetime, and that is why the fear of rejection has been so intense between you both. What messages does this person have for you? This is not all in your imagination, it's real. So if you've ever doubted this person's love for you, if you've ever doubted your connection anyway, don't doubt it. It's not in your imagination. It's very real. Look, I know we've shared many past lives together. So yeah, again, that is reiterating that a lot of these wounds, a lot of these fears, and why this person has been stalling and why you may have been stalling is because of past life stuff, creating that fear deep within the subconscious. What do you think of me right now? They're worried that you've totally left them. They're worried that you have abandoned them and you don't want to be with them anymore. So there's been karma between you. We both have so much to learn and experience on other paths. We'll always be connected though. So you both needed to be on separate paths in order to have deeper awakening in certain ways before the time is right to realign. You see deeply into me and it scares the hell out of me. So yeah, that they feel so connected to you because you do see beyond their walls and beyond their masks. You really do see into the depth of their soul, and that's helping them to realize their own soul truth. And they feel like they resonate with you on such a deep and profound level that it really makes them feel amazing. It really makes them feel like they're on cloud nine, heaven on earth kind of feeling. And they love that. They love that you love the aspects of them that they struggle to love within themselves. But at the same time, because they are struggling to accept and love and know themselves and know their own worth, they've spent most of their lifetime trying to hide those parts of themselves. And when you can see them so clearly, it just makes them feel very uncomfortable. It's basically they need to love themselves. Why does everything have to be so complicated? So they're feeling frustrated, they're feeling disheartened at times because it's not as straightforward as they would hope. And, you know, if you're twin flames, then that is an understatement. It felt safer to live in a daydream. I was scared of getting hurt. So yeah, this person may have daydreamed, fantasized, given you kind of false promises in terms of what they were saying they really meant, like they really wanted to be with you, they really wanted a future with you, and they still really want that. But at the time, they weren't ready, or there was just so much stuff and other experience and karma that needed to be healed before you could come together. And so they were saying things and you may have felt like they were more ready than what they were, or that the time was now when it wasn't, kind of thing. I became obsessed with you and it scared me. So this person felt as though they needed you and longed for you so much. They based their sense of happiness on the future that they were going to have with you. They put their self-esteem on your shoulders, kind of thing. And that's why it felt like a life or death situation, because the more they did that, the more they sort of knew deep down that they can't control anyone outside of themselves. So there was no guarantee that they were going to be happy if they'd placed all their happiness on the future of your relationship. There was no guarantee that they were going to feel secure within themselves if they were basing their self-worth on what you thought of them. And so that obsession became too much. And maybe they walked away at some point because they couldn't handle that stress that they were constantly feeling like everything could fall apart. So again, yeah, this person had major fears of abandonment and rejection, and vice versa is what I'm feeling. But now this is more like this person realizes that they put your connection on hold. They're realizing they need to work on their wounds and heal themselves because they don't want to waste any more time. They just want to be with you and overcome these fears and complications. So let's see what messages they have for you from the I Love You to the Moon and back cards. Yeah, I don't know why, but I feel so nervous when you just look at me. I want to hide myself away. So because you see right through them, you see deeply into me and it scares the hell out of me, it's because of their insecurity issues. And they want to shy away when it comes to you. Hide behind those walls and masks. Hide behind their phone or their computer. Hide behind a physical distance. I can't be a substitute parent. I can't heal your inner child wounds. Don't make me responsible for that. It's not fair. Okay, so there's inner child wounds that have been playing out on both sides within this connection. Like both of you felt abandoned and rejected in certain ways by your own parents, most likely. And subconsciously, that was being projected into this connection. And a lot of this wounds, a lot of these fears and the walls and masks were because of the childhood wounds. A separation was needed for you both to sort of nurture yourselves, because I feel like with that Devil card, you may have become too dependent on each other to feel good kind of thing about yourselves. My attempts to impress you and keep you with me got out of hand. I dug myself into a hole I couldn't get myself out of. So yeah, this person wore a mask to try and impress you, because they were afraid that if they were their true selves, you would reject them and leave them. But the more they wore that mask, the more they dug themselves a hole, and they felt like they couldn't get out of it, because you may be like angry at the truth or something. I can't imagine life without you. The thought of it sends me into a panic. So yeah, that's why things have been so complicated and there's been a lot of resistance. It's because of this major fear, this panic. Oh, if I make a wrong move, then this other person will reject me. So, you know, placing so much pressure on self to the point of feeling like they can't handle it, or that they're going to mess up, and so not even attempting to make that move. But we did have the Fool, so they're overcoming that. Shit had to happen to wake us both up. Yeah, the Tower moment had to happen to wake you both up in certain ways. I'm so worried that I've lost you. So let's look at the messages from the Divine Masculine cards. Help me. So yeah, this person has felt out of their depth. They felt like they're struggling. Major spiritual awakening has happened. You may have gone through that, or your spiritual awakening may have happened before this person's did, and so you have been helping them. There may have been a parent-child dynamic in a certain way, where one of you played the parent role, most likely you, the viewer, and the other person played the child role. But at the same time, I feel like you both had like inner child wounds. I'm here for you. So yeah, this person wants to be here for you. They also feel like you were always there for them. You helped them so much. You were like their rock. They're hoping that you can remain open and receptive and forgiving. What will they think? Okay, so this person, and we also had, what do you think of me right now? This person worries like excessively what other people think of them. And that has been like their main stumbling block. And that is why they pretended to be something they're not. Okay, I feel like it's the message underneath as well. We are meant to be. They feel like you are meant to be together. And I'm so excited. They're excited because they just feel in their heart and soul that you are destined to be together. They can feel that this reconciliation is close. So let's pull some messages out of the bag next. Expectation. So yeah, They may have felt like you had expectations that they couldn't live up to. They have these expectations in their soul that they're supposed to be with you as well. Because I do feel like it's part of your soul contract. It's written into your soul contract. So stuck in illusion, that was that tower. Both of you had this illusion that the other was going to reject you, but really it was a reflection of you both rejecting yourselves. Chasing drama. So yeah, when we get caught up in our mind and the stories that we attach to who we think we are, and a lot of the time it's like self-blaming, self-sabotaging stories and beliefs, it created a lot of drama. Someone may have subconsciously been creating and chasing drama as a subconscious way to avoid this connection when they didn't feel ready. Yeah, fear of rejection, that's at the heart of these blocks. Impossible. So the Tower moment may have happened because you may have sort of woken up and realized that this person wasn't going to change. If you didn't change and walk away, this person wasn't going to change. And many of you didn't walk away just to try and make them change. You just felt like nothing was going to progress and that it was impossible, and so you gave up. And that is the Tower moment. But so many shifts have occurred, so much realization has occurred, on both sides since then. So let's look into the divination dice next. Yeah, it's felt like a maze. It's felt very complicated. Lots of different twists and turns on the story of your connection. And you're still working your way to the center, to the union. We have, this is like the Death card, which means transformation. A painful ending, scary ending, but it's the death of the ego, the death of the limitations, the self-sabotage, the mask, the walls, in order for a new beginning to happen. So this reminds me of the Fool card as well, the circus tent, going to take a leap of faith. But also this person may feel foolish. They may have put on an act, i.e. worn that mask, put on a show kind of thing. Mushroom. So out of shitty circumstances, your connection is going to grow. And there's a rebirth. But also, again, this could be the parent-child dynamic, which was unhealthy. I feel like this other person, whoever was like the child kind of role, they needed time alone to work on themselves and kind of mature on their own. Because the parent role couldn't do everything for both of you. Okay, so with the sewing machine here, this person wants to mend your connection. They want you to sew you back together, you know, repair the bond you together. You could definitely be twin flames because two swans have come out, and that is one of the symbols of twin flames. Wow. Okay, so yeah, there's been a lot of heartbreak here. There is an infinite bond with a bow on this umbrella, but to me the umbrella represents the Three of Swords, which is the card where there's a heart being pierced by three swords, and there's the storm clouds and there's the rain. So it's like sadness, crying, storms between you both, but your bond is infinite. And look, you're mirroring each other. Two keys with kind of crowns on them, and they both kind of look like hearts as well. So you both had this heart awakening, crown chakra, opening, seeing things clearly since that Tower moment happened. And there's a camera here, interestingly. It could be specific, like someone's a photographer or into photography. Could be reminiscing, looking at old photos, or it could be social media, looking at your social media or communicating with you in some way through photos. If you really want to know in depth how this person truly feels about you, please check out my Dear Beloved message readings. They're $11.11. That's US dollars. And they're not personal readings, but basically I created a really powerful oracle deck where I channeled messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. So when you book a reading, I basically email you the very in-depth description of the card, which is about 1,000 words in length. I have some really amazing reviews on my website of those readings. And if you do book one, please check your junk folder as well. I have to resend about 10% of all orders because they for some reason go into a lot of people's junk mail. So please check those out. They're the Dear Beloved message cards. The details are below this video in the description box. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me to continue to grow my channel. I'm really aiming for that 200,000 subscribers. And if you do subscribe, please tap the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. And thank you so much for joining me here. Take care. Bye. Welcome to set of cards number 3. You've chosen the Christmas gift. So this is your person's love message to you. We're going to be looking into the tarot. We've got tons of messages cards today, as well as pulling messages out of the bag and looking into the divination dice and the charms. So stay tuned because a lot of information is going to come through. So we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, the Magician, the Seven of Swords in reverse, the Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so I feel as though this person has pushed you away maybe several times. This could be someone who lashes out with their words, or it could manifest in the opposite way, where they don't know how to express their truth, and so they're very silent. They go very they make you feel isolated. They clam up, they go into their shell, or like I said, it could be someone that's harsh with their words. Seven of Swords in reverse. It's like this person has run away from you or your connection, but really they're running away from something inside of themselves. But in the reverse position, it is saying that this person, they want to face their fears. They want to face these wounds within themselves. They don't want to run away anymore, even though they still may have this feeling whenever they're triggered. They want to kind of run away, but they don't want to. They want to face that, because we have the Magician, which is all about self-mastery. And it's almost like he's sitting here in a meditative kind of state. This person wants to be in their strength. They want to be in their power. Maybe they felt out of control in this connection in the past, and so their fears got the better of them. But now they want to get the better of the fears. They want to, you know, be in their strength and come from a place of strength within. So they're trying to manifest a new beginning is what I'm feeling, because there's the Five of Pentacles here. This person may have made you feel left out in the cold, and you may have needed to walk away from them, and now they're feeling left out in the cold, but they want communication with you. The Eight of Wands. This is rapid communication. They want grounding of your connection as well. 8 is the infinity symbol. They may feel that you have this infinite bond. They may have taken that for granted in the past. They felt like you'd always kind of be there for them, perhaps, in some cases. But yeah, traditionally, And this Eight of Wands shows the wands coming down from the heavens, and they're coming down towards the earth, like they're going to ground. And it looks like a lot of shooting stars here. So this person has a lot of dreams and goals of you being together. They're trying to manifest that with the Magician here. But yeah, there was a time, at least in the past, where this person really struggled to be in a place of balance and equilibrium. Emotionally, they're all over the place. The two ones that are in reverse are both swords, so that's something to do with their mind and perception, was creating a lot of insecurities, a lot of instability. But they're trying to manifest a new beginning, a fresh start with you. So let's pull some clarifying cards. All of these message cards are my own creation in today's reading. So yeah, I find it hard to open up to you. So I feel like, yeah, that was the biggest block here. And so in many cases, they were just they came across as very cold, very withdrawn. They may have ghosted you even. But for a few of you, it would have been that they lashed out. We have Please Don't Leave Me. The Eight of Cups. So yeah, I feel like you had to walk away. And the Five of Pentacles is also walking away. Leaving them out in the cold kind of thing. Please don't leave me. They want a second chance. They want you to remain open and receptive to them. Yeah, they may realize what they had once it's gone kind of thing, because we have, I see everything so clearly now. This is the High Priestess, some kind of illusion they couldn't see beyond, most likely from their own mind or perception. Their own thoughts were clouding their judgment, their own insecurities in some kind of way. But they can see beyond that now. They see the truth. They see what you truly mean to them. They, like I said, realize what they had once it's gone. Wow, look. I pushed you away because I was scared. There's the Five of Swords here. So in the traditional tarot, the Five of Swords shows the person that's pushed the other away is holding three swords, which is the Three of Swords card, the heartbreak card. This person has a lot of heartbreak within themselves before they even met you, a lot of wounds, a lot of negative stories where they blame themselves for whatever they've experienced in their life, and that was what was pushing you away. So the other person in the card is left with the Two Swords, so that was you in a place of confusion. They made you come to a crossroads where you were like, should I keep investing in this or should I move on? And many of you decided that you had to move on, even if you didn't want to. And yeah, we have, I'm always waiting for you, the Three of Wands. So maybe you were always waiting for them to be available, be ready for the connection, basically. And now I feel like they may be waiting to see if you reach out, or waiting to see, you know, how you feel about them in some kind of way. I'm not saying that you should necessarily reach out, you know, these are general readings, so take whatever resonates with you. Let's pull some more message cards. We're going to start off as usual with the Our Eternal Love cards, followed by the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards, and then we'll look at the messages from the Divine Masculine deck. And after that, we'll pull messages out of the bag and look into the divination dice and the charms. So what messages does this person have for you right now? What do they really want you to know? Whoops. Let's pick this one off the ground. I can't get you out of my head. They're thinking about you all the time. I feel like they're having sleepless nights. Sorry about my creaky chair. There's too many obstacles right now. So that's interesting. I feel like this is more of a past card, or it could be right now there are too many obstacles, but we do have the Eight of Wands here. If this was in the reversed, it would mean delays and obstacles. But because it's in the upright position, it's saying that very soon, or whenever the time is right, eventually the obstacles will be overcome and this connection will move forward. It will ground. I feel envious of everyone who is close to you. I want to be by your side too. So yeah, they may be looking at your social media, or they may be thinking of you during this holiday season with your family. And they want to be close to you. They wish that they were with you and your like significant other. They want to be your family kind of thing. They want to be your best friend. I'm always talking about you to my friends. So it's like they can't stop thinking about you, and so they can't stop talking about you as well to their friends, seeking advice. They may be trying to seek like validation that you like them by reliving stories and telling them things, trying to get their friends to sort of reassure them that you do like love them. You are always my number one and always will be. So they feel like you are their soulmate. They will never love anyone like they love you. We have, can we start all over again? Which is what it's meant to say. So, yeah, they want that fresh start. I'm feeling drawn to this one here. I'm so grateful for all that I have learned from you and our connection. Thank you. So they have learned a lot. I feel like they've matured a lot. They may realise the errors in their ways, which they couldn't see before they met you. I am a mess. I don't even know how to love myself or have a healthy relationship. So yeah, this is really indicating that this person it's like a mess in their mind, and they believe that they're a mess. They believe that they're not good enough. Basically, they need to cultivate a healthy relationship with themselves before they can have a healthy relationship with you. So in that sense, it's not personal, even though it may have really felt that way at times. We both have so much to learn and experience on other paths. We'll always be connected though. So it's part of your soul contract that you were destined to have a separation. And you may still be going through that. And it is because there is things that you need to both learn and experience on those separate paths in order for your soul growth before it's the right time for you to have that reunion. I didn't realize what I had until it was too late. So yeah, this person has regrets. They may feel like they took you for granted. They're really kicking themselves right now. They're fearful that they've lost you, that they've created too much damage to be healed. So let's see what messages they have for you from the I Love You to the Moon and Back cards. Okay, interesting. We have, I can't be a substitute parent. I can't heal your inner child wounds. Don't make me responsible for that. It's not fair. So there is a sense that they feel, and I feel like it will have been on both sides, but they feel as though you were sort of projecting some sort of childhood wounds or seeking their love or approval when you needed to have that self-love within, and this person needs to learn that as well. So they may have felt like you placed responsibility on their shoulders for them to be a certain way in order to make you feel a certain way. My attempts to impress you and keep you with me got out of hand. I dug myself into a hole I couldn't get myself out of. So yeah, they felt like you had certain expectations. They may have even tried to become that person, become that substitute parent, give you that love, that validation, that approval on the outside. But, you know, no one can make us happy if we aren't happy within. And the same will be true for them as well. I definitely feel like these wounds have been mirroring between you both. If you keep looking to me for validation, I can't align with you. So this is a similar message. The message here is their higher self wants you to know that if you felt like this was a personal rejection, whatever's happened, it's not. It's part of your soul contract. You agreed to trigger each other to bring up those childhood wounds or the inner child wounds, wounds from past lives of abandonment, rejection. And, you know, it triggers all those stories that we create in our own subconscious mind where we are very self-blaming about what experiences happen to us. And we believe that we're not good enough. We believe we're unworthy. But those are just stories. And this connection is partly to help you realize what negative stories you've attached, not just to this situation, but your relationship with your parents and with anything in the past where it felt like you were rejected in some kind of way. And it's happened so that you can come to a place of knowing your own worth and knowing that it's your responsibility for your own happiness and how you see yourself, and knowing your own worth. Because due to the law of attraction, whatever vibration we are on the inside is what we attract on the outside in terms of our relationships with others. The real me might disappoint your fantasy. So again, they felt like you had expectations or fantasies that you may have projected onto them. They may feel like you had this idea that they're going to be this perfect person that's going to heal all of your wounds and make you so happy. And this person is a reflection of yourself. So they're going to reflect what you need to heal within, and vice versa. I'm just not at the maturity level to give you what you need. It doesn't mean that I don't love you. So there is a sense of more maturity needed to be developed within this person, maybe within you both. That self-love, in order for you both to be able to provide a healthy relationship with each other. But you've always loved each other. This person has always loved you, even if it wasn't right, like the right energetic alignment in the past for you to come together in a harmonious way. So let's pull some messages out of the bag. Actually, I've forgotten to look at the messages from the Divine Masculine cards. I'm here for you. So yeah, this person is coming in. They may have realized that they weren't fully there for you in the past, and now they're making amends. They're changing their ways. Yeah, look, I can see clearly now. Seeing beyond those illusions, realizing what they had once it's gone kind of thing. Epiphanies. That's too many cards. We have, I screwed up. I express myself differently to you. So it may have been a case of men are from Mars, women are from Venus. A lot of misunderstandings happening because of different communication styles. Let's flirt. So I feel this person's going to come in. They're going to test the waters with you, see what your reaction is going to be by trying to be light-hearted and flirtatious. You know, whether you're going to like that or not. I feel like you would prefer this person to just be upfront. They feel lost without you. They want you back. You bring so much meaning to them in their life. Yeah, this person has struggled with this tendency to hide their feelings. They feel very vulnerable when they put their feelings out there. This person may have been suffering from depression. That may be why they were cold or lashing out. Trust issues. Okay, so this person may have experienced betrayal in their past, and so they find it hard to trust anyone that maybe have been creating a lot of these obstacles here. Yeah, I want you back. So let's look into the divination dice next. Monkey. This immediately makes me think of monkey mind. Their minds kind of all over the place. They struggle to be present because they're always lost in their thoughts, thinking about the past, worrying about the future. It's like they find it hard to be in the present moment, and that's why they couldn't fully be there for you in the past. They do feel like they acted foolish. The fool, they may have put on that mask like the jester, but the fool is also them taking that leap of faith. Yeah, wow, they're going to reach out and message you. We have Hermes here, the messenger. Trojan horse. Yeah, so they may have tried to get close to you under false pretenses. Could even be that they tried to spy on you on social media under a fake account. However that resonates. Maybe it created trust issues within you because you realised that they were getting close to you under some kind of false pretenses. The mermaid. So they're like infatuated by you. I feel like they had trust issues because they wondered if you were like a genuine mermaid or whether you were like the siren. Obviously, I'm talking metaphorically. The siren being like a femme fatale. You're going to suck them in and then, you know, chew them up and spit them out kind of thing, or hurt them. So we have a rainbow here. This is healing. Can be to do with pride as well. Doesn't want to focus on it. We have the umbrella. So to me, this reminds me of the Three of Swords card, the heartbreak card, because there's all the clouds and the rain, but the umbrella is down now, so it's like a healing is occurring after heartbreak. They feel that this is an infinite bond with this bow here in the heart. There is going to be positive movement forward. The ship's helm is like the Wheel of Fortune. This is grounding with the anchor, because this person has had a lot of wisdom, a lot of awakening and epiphanies with the owl, and they're going to communicate the microphone, or the microphone may be specific to your connection, a singer or some kind of public speaker, but to me this is communication. So if you really want to know in depth how this person truly feels about you, please check out my Dear Beloved message readings. They're $11.11, and that's US dollars. They're not personal readings, but basically I created a really powerful oracle deck where I channeled messages from the Divine Masculine Collective. I have some really amazing reviews of the readings. Basically, when you order a reading, I email you the very in-depth description of the card, which is about 1,000 words in length. If you do book a reading, please check your junk mail, because I have to resend quite a few because they seem to be getting lost in people's junk mail. They're the Dear Beloved message readings. You can check those out by clicking on the link below this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Tap the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and that way you'll be notified every time I release a new reading. Thank you so much for joining me here. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.